Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? Debris was everywhere. Now, while we're not dealing with any cheese explosions today, we are diving into the world of cheese making. We'll be comparing factory-made cheese to its homemade counterpart. It's essential to know what's in the food we consume, and today we're all about cheese. From the factory process to your own kitchen, we're covering it all. So if you're ready to have a Gouda time, let's dive into the world of cheese making. Welcome to another Factory versus Homemade by STBL Media. If you enjoy our videos, please leave a like and subscribe. Now then, imagine a world where cheese is produced en masse in factories, much like a cheesy version of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Picture gargantuan vats churning with a whirlpool of curdled milk presided over by diligent machines, tirelessly kneading and pressing. It's a dance of precision and efficiency, a ballet of cheese, if you will. This industrial symphony does have its peculiarities, though. For instance, there's the liberal sprinkling of additives and preservatives, the confetti to our cheesy party, ensuring our cheese stays fresh and mold-free, even if it's left forgotten in the back of the fridge. Then there's the speed of production. If cheese-making was a race, factory cheese would be Usain Bolt, sprinting from milk to packaged product faster than you can say cheddar. But as we all know, speed doesn't always mean quality. So while you might not get an Oompa Loompa in your cheese packet, you might get a few surprises. Now, let's swap our factory worker's hat for an apron and step into the cozy world of homemade cheese. Imagine this: a kitchen filled with the sweet aroma of natural ingredients, a pot simmering on the stove, and your hands working diligently to create something truly magical. Welcome to the art of making homemade cheese. Here it's all about the love and care put into the process. Making cheese at home begins with fresh milk, cows, goats, or even soy for a vegan twist. Then comes the fun part, adding the starter culture, which is basically a good bacteria that helps the milk ferment. After a bit of heating and stirring, the milk transforms into curd. This curd, when strained and pressed, becomes the cheese we adore. The satisfaction of watching your own creation come to life, of knowing exactly what goes into your food, is simply unparalleled. It's a journey of flavors and textures, a culinary adventure right in your own kitchen. Who knew making cheese could be as comforting as a warm bowl of mac and cheese on a rainy day? Now that we've seen both sides of the cheese wheel, let's do a bit of a taste test, shall we? Imagine you're standing in a supermarket aisle, confronted by a wall of cheese. On one side, you've got your factory-made cheese looking all prim and proper in their shiny packaging. Then on the other side, you have homemade cheese, humbly sitting in a glass jar, its labels handwritten with love. Let's start with taste. Factory cheese can often taste like a well-rehearsed play. It's consistent, it's familiar, and it's comfortable, but homemade cheese, oh, it's a symphony. Each batch is unique with subtle nuances that make you go, It's like the difference between a factory-made suit and a tailor-made one. They both cover you, but one makes you feel like $1,000,000. Now, onto the ingredients. Factory cheese, with its long list of unpronounceable ingredients, is like that distant relative who always brings a +1 you've never met. Homemade cheese, on the other hand, is like your best mate. You know exactly what's in it. Lastly, health benefits. Factory cheese could be compared to a treadmill. It does the job, but it's not particularly exciting. Homemade cheese is like a hike in the countryside. It's full of natural goodness, and it's good for the soul. So while factory cheese might win the race, homemade cheese definitely takes the cake, or should we say the cheese board. Feeling inspired? Why not try making your own cheese at home? It's as easy as brewing a cup of tea, but with a bit more stirring and a lot less sipping. Let's get started, shall we? First off, you'll need some cashews. About a cup should do. Now soak them overnight, or if you're impatient like me, just boil them for 15 minutes. Next, you'll need a blender. Toss in your cashews, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice for that tangy kick, a bit of salt, and a teaspoon of nutritional yeast. That's what gives it the cheesy flavor. Blend it all up. Now you're probably thinking, that's it? I'm a cheese master now? Well, not quite. Scoop out that creamy mixture, pop it in a cheesecloth, and let it sit for a few hours. And there you have it, folks, your very own homemade cheese, as easy as pie, or should we say cheese pie.